Okay, so I think we're recording. Well, welcome. We have 3 units on this evening. We have our fabulous Pink Cadillac Lionheart unit, of course, the More Momentum unit, Kim Moore's unit, and of course, our fabulous Jane Kaufman's Life unit. Well, ladies, I am so privileged to be sharing information with you this evening, and I'm so glad you're jumping on. Whether it's on Zoom or on Facebook, we are Find a Way, Make a Way Women, maximizing our time and technology. So welcome, audacious, courageous, empathetic, ecstatic, energy-filled, independent beauty consultants. I'm excited to be on deck with you this evening. And my intention that this video will resonate with you and give you some extra tools in your Mary Kay toolkit so that you feel confident and that you feel motivated to have your best month ever. So welcome to this training. I'm so glad you're here. Now, if I'm looking a little dewy around the eyes right now, it's because I'm wearing these fabulous sparkly things, these hydrogel eye patches. That as we go. But I want to start off our training addressing the big pink elephant in the room. Big pink elephant that is being in a Mary Kay funk, okay? So if you're saying to yourself right now, what the funk? How can I get out of this? And how can you raise yourself to positivity and to profit? Then this is what this video is about. So one of the things I really love about our Mary Kay opportunity is the flexibility. You know, it can really go with the ebbs and flows of your life. But the fact that you're independent and you can give yourself some days off can sometimes turn into many consecutive days, which turns into weeks, which turns into months. And that's not so good because that's not a business. Okay, so I'm totally a freedom and choices person. I know Jane Kaufman is too, and that's totally great. But if you push off what you can do today and you always push it off for tomorrow, well, I'll start tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. You know, next week, next month, next year, you push it off someday, that day is never going to come. And that's not how to operate a thriving business. So if you want this to pay like a business, you need to work it like a business. Seriously, tough talk, but if you want big girl paycheck, you kind of got to work to get there. Now, yes, our work is fun, but you still need to do that. It's not Jack's magic beans when you get a starter kit. You have to actually do something to nurture that starter kit. Now, having a plan, brackets, structure in place will actually give you more freedom and flexibility. Now, I know that sounds kind of counterintuitive. How can be structured and have a plan give you more freedom? But what it does is it frees up your brain. Because if you don't have a plan of where you want to go in your business, your brain is like your computer with the tabs always open, always running. It's draining your energy. You're constantly thinking, oh, crikey, I've forgotten to do this, or I've forgotten to do that. Or, you know, you go in a state of urgency and a state of mild panic. And that isn't good for your energy levels, okay? So having a structure and having a plan and knowing when you can switch on or switch off your Mary Kay brain, when you can switch on and switch off your mummy hat or your family hat, when you can switch that off, when you can take it off, you know what I mean? So knowing when you're going to work your business frees your mind and allows you to be 100% present and 100% intentional. So when you're doing Mary Kay business, you are all in. You are totally focused. You are all in. You are giving it all because you know that's part of the plan. And when you have family time, you are there, giving it all and being present as a family member, okay? Or your other JOB, or whatever roles and hats, the many hats you wear, you can put on that hat. And when you have that plan and you have that structure, you won't constantly be thinking, oh, but what else? You know, what should I be doing for my Mary Kay? As En Vogue, if you were a child of the 80s and 90s, as En Vogue would tell you, free your mind and the rest will follow. I'm not going to sing it, but it's true. Okay, now, if you don't have a plan for yourself and what you want to get, know what you want to get out of your business, it's like shooting in the dark, okay? You've got the tools, but you don't know where or when or what to aim at, right? Or where to fire. A simple plan can be as easy as, or as simple rather, as 2 parties a week. Or it could be, if you're following the the Romage National Area Challenge right now, to hold 10 parties in a week, which I know Jane and I are going to do. If you're doing 10 parties in a week, and Sarah Marie Polk is booking like crazy, 10 parties in a week. Or maybe it's just, 2 parties a month. Or maybe even 1 party every 3 months. If you've got a plan, you can go towards that. Okay, but if you don't have a plan, you just kind of flounder. And as I say, it's like shooting in the dark. It's much harder to hit that target. So Mary Kay Ash actually suggested that if you really want to make executive income and you want to rise up into leadership, then 2 to 3 parties every week. Now, let's be real. A party should take 2 to 3 hours. So if you're doing 2 to 3 parties every week, that's 9 hours. It's much less than a part-time job. You had that dedication and commitment, and you had that hold 3 parties, you could do that.
Yeah.
I can hear that someone isn't muted right now. So, okay, I think we're good. So you may want to speak to your director about creating a personal plan for you, because when you have that, you have something to shoot for and run on, okay? Now, different plans will be different based on your desire, If you've got desire to have that executive income and freedom and flexibility that will bring your family, and that you want to earn your first free car in Mary Kay, obviously your plan and your number of parties is going to be higher than if you just want to make a few extra bucks, okay? And that's something you'll want to have a voice-to-voice conversation with your director, okay? But hear my part. Whatever your plan is, you can have that plan and you can have that why, that purpose, right? Usually your family, right? But what happens if you just don't feel like it? The days are getting dark now. Sometimes don't you just want to come home, snuggle up, put a nice cozy sweater on, maybe you have a onesie, and don't you just want to snuggle up, maybe make some comfort foods, macaroni and cheese, and pour a glass of wine, and you just want a Netflix, right? Sometimes that's the easy choice, right? Let's face it, also in November, there are a lot of other distractions. Maybe after work, you're invited to several holiday happy hours. Maybe you have a job and you just had the day from hell. Maybe you have a baby and your baby boy just puked up all over your head, and you have to do another load of laundry. Maybe you're just tired and depressed and Netflix is easier, okay? It would be easier to do nothing when we don't feel like it. It would be easier to shove that starter kit into the back of the closet and switch the channel on our remote control, right? But easy doesn't get us different. Easy won't change your life or give you more. And if you're wanting to have a positive impact on other women, then easy is not the way that you do it, because success isn't always convenient and it isn't always easy. Is it worth it? Absolutely. With Mary Kay, and in fact, any other self-employed income and business that I can think of, you need to have discipline with that plan. Discipline. If you truly want freedom and flexibility, you have to have a plan and discipline. And that seems counterintuitive, but it gives you so much more free thought space and energy to focus on your now time, what happens in the now, right now. So when you treat your plan with discipline, with respect, you honor your Mary Kay time, it will reward you like a business. So, and think about this. I was sort of thinking, well, you know, there were times when, well, at university, okay? I went to the University of Southampton and I read biology. I didn't love it. I did it because I thought I was told it's what would be a good thing to do for a girl, being a girl, having a degree in sciences, but I didn't love it. And it was hard. And my housemates didn't go to class every day. In fact, usually they slept in very, very late. And then they'd play like GoldenEye on the PlayStation or whatever. And you know what? I got into this bitter, depressed, very gray, very, very discontent time of my life, okay? And even though I was discontent and I was very sad, and I probably weighed about 90 pounds at the time. So you know, there were lots of things. There were lots of sort of 18 to 21-year-old problems. But I tell you what, I never missed a class. I never missed a class, even though I didn't love some of my lectures. Even though I knew I was going to freeze as I walked up the hill to Boulderwood and I could feel the chill go through my bones. I never missed a class, okay? Now, my mom and dad weren't there. They wouldn't have known if I'd gone or not. You know, I could probably borrow notes from somebody else, you know, I could make the class up, but I never missed a class, okay? I've had jobs I haven't loved, but it had to be a mind blaster of a migraine for me not to show up, okay? I want to ask you a very serious question. If you took off time from your regular job, or if you're a stay-at-home mum and you have a baby, if you decided tomorrow to leave your baby in the park and not be a mum that day because you didn't feel like it, what would happen? And what's interesting, ladies, I know this is kind of tough cookie talk, right? But I hope you're with me. I hope you're sticking with me. And this is a real job when you treat it like a when you treat it like a real job, right? So it doesn't matter if you want to be successful, doesn't really matter how you feel sometimes. You have to bite down on your goals and bite down and honor your dreams and just get on with it, even when you don't feel like it. Mary Kay is a real job. It's not imaginary. We may not clock in and clock out and take a lunch break, but it's legit. And my paycheck last month was jolly legit, okay? We make 50% of whatever we sell. And we can make so much money by having a beauty experience in a small amount of time. This is what makes this business so genius. You know, Mary Kay knew that we only had, as busy moms, as busy women, as busy family people, that we wanted to make a large amount of money in a small amount of time. That happens around the kitchen table, okay? So the minute, but what seems to happen and what I'm seeing is that because we are our own boss, we let ourselves off the hook, don't we? And because we're our own boss, the minute it gets a little tough and uncomfortable, we avoid it. We do. We avoid texts. Lion hearts, you sometimes avoid my texts. You sometimes avoid my calls. And we forget our dreams, right? We leave them in the closet along with our starter kit. We minimize what we wanted at the beginning anyway, because, it's a little bit uncomfortable. But your growth and your success will come when you move through that comfort zone, right? So don't minimize your dreams, maximize your effort. And here's the thing. Even when we don't feel like it, we still go to work every day, don't we? We still diligently make money for someone else at a normal job. You know, we put up with our 2 weeks a vacation a year or whatever they give us. And, you know, when we're ill, or, you know, if we need bereavement days or whatever, somebody grumbles and makes us feel bad about it, you know. So why wouldn't we put in that same effort and grit our teeth for ourselves, doing a job that should be fun and that we love? Yeah. So, but instead we kind of let go of our plan and our dreams because it's easier than discipline. You know, it doesn't surprise me that National Sales Director Tammy Romage is a weightlifter and a yogi, and that she lost, I don't know, was it 100 pounds? She lost something like 100 pounds in weight. Okay, doesn't surprise me one bit, because that didn't happen overnight. That happened with constant effort and discipline to show up for herself every single day. Okay, are you showing up for yourself and your business, or are you letting yourself off the hook? We use how we feel as an excuse, so we go nowhere. In fact, we go backwards, and then we feel worse. So it's like this negative cycle. We feel worse when we do nothing, right? Because then we feel kind of like a failure, and that's a crappy feeling. So what I've learned is, if you're feeling funky, activity is what's going to shift you. And you might not feel like it, but I tell you what, you know, I don't love booking calls. Confession, I do not love booking calls. I would much rather go to yoga, read a book, drink a glass of wine, watch a movie, cuddle up with Matt, you know? But when I stay obedient with my dreams, and I do the work, and I pick up the phone and I dial the text, and I dial the numbers, rotary phone. But when I call those numbers and I stay obedient, and then I get like 5 appointments on my books, I'm not feeling funky anymore. I'm not feeling funky anymore. When I use my starter kit and hold a party, it's the antidote to the negative feelings. An antidote to the negative feelings. Yes, it's like Nike, just do it, Sarah says. So are you willing to honor Mary Kay Ash's dream for women? Are you willing to do what it takes to follow your plan and create a victory for yourself? The excuses are what we tell ourselves. But I want to ask you, if we did have a Mary Kay boss, would that excuse that you're telling yourself fly? If you did have a Mary Kay boss, would that excuse that you're telling yourself fly? If you can't give that excuse to someone, why are you sabotaging yourself with it? So create your plan. Talk to your director about it. Put that business hat on and take your emotions out. This is business, right? Honor the plan. Honor your plan. Remember, worry and fear is always ego talking, and ego is never your amigo. So speaking of that plan, how am I doing for time? 21 minutes. Okay. Speaking of that plan, the hydrogel patches are featuring heavily in my plan this month, because this is bound to get you sales, and this is bound to get you bookings. Why? Because they're amazing. I mean, I'm obsessed with them. But this can help your hyper focus. Whether you offer this as an extra Mary Kay booking gift, you know, that's a hashtag if ever I heard one. Oh, I don't know, walking pneumonia. I remember when you had walking pneumonia. Anyway, sorry, back to the hydrogel. Amazing stuff. Okay, the star perk, again, you all want to be stars, you guys, because you get to order these early on the 10th, okay? That Sunday, you will want to order them. Now, if you pre-sell them now, get excited on social media. If you pre-sell them, you send texts, you're going to get, well, I mean, if you sold 10, that's $400 right there. Would $400 make you happy right now? 200 of that's profit, okay? If you sold 20, you know 20 women with eye bags, or who want just that extra, you know, lift, extra hydration, that moisture surge, that's soothing. You know women who need this if they have babies, if they're workaholics, if they stare in front of a screen, if they've got puffiness, if they've got fine lines and aging, they need this, right? 20 is $800. 20, when you sell 20 of these pots, that's $800, you guys. Now for your own shopping list for Christmas, who's on your Christmas list? They need one of these in their stocking. For you, that's only $20 as well, guys. So, you know, I mean, $20 in a stocking and they're going to love you for life. They're going to be reordering this bad boy. You get 60 of these, so 30 pairs, 60 in total. And you know, if you don't follow Cindy Machado Flippin, I love Cindy Machado Flippin. She was on Instagram today with her friend Tracy Chavez, who's another elite executive sales director who's amazing. Tracy was doing a video in Dallas, Texas for Mary Kay Corporate, and she had a line here, and she put one of these on her line, and it like disappeared. Not just for your eyes. Amazing. I love that. Okay, so this can help you crush stars. I know you're on here right now, so I know you have desire, and I know that the profit level in Mary Kay really, truly, it's that star is the bar, profit level. So let me tell you, you have 39 days left until the end of Q2. 39 days left. Now, you might not know this, but I'm going to share this with you. When you're a director, Mary Kay recognizes you at leadership when you have a certain number of stars in your unit. And you get certain recognition, and there's a certain party. And Jane and Kim and I have been to this before. And you know, it's such a place of honor in Mary Kay that none of us want to go without each other. So if we can help you in any way, shape, or form to get you to star, listen, ladies, we are totally on board, because this is a point of honor. We do not want to be left behind. So, you know, but of course, getting to star, it's not just for the prize, okay? It's not just for the star outing that your director might be offering. It's not necessarily for unit honor, okay? Or for the kudos. But I want to urge you, whether you've been a star before or whether you've never been a star, maybe you're brand new, do this for your dreams, okay? Do this because you have the discipline and commitment to stick to the plan. The prizes are pretty sweet. Yes, you are right. The prizes are pretty dang sweet. Getting website orders from people you don't even know, which is a star perk if you don't know, is pretty sweet. But having that profit, at least $1,800 profit by December the 15th, how would that change your Christmas? That give you cash for Christmas? Well, I tell you, hyper-focus, ladies, this is the key, okay? Now, if you sold from today, right? If you sold 2 of these tubs of hydrogel patches a day, if you sold 2 a day, you would be a star by December 15th. And you would have profited over $1,800 worth. Bang, bing, boom, awesome. 2 a day. 2 a day. This is crazy. It's crazy, you guys. So who has eyes? Who's in your proximity? Hyper-focus. Who can you connect with? Who can you say, we've got this new product. I would love to sit down with you and get your opinion and catch up with you. It's been so long. You know, you can use this to connect with women. Isn't that what our Mary Kay culture is all about? Yes, it is. It's about making those relationships. This allows you to do this because we've got something that women want. We've also got something that you might not know this yet, but most of your directors should have graphics on it soon. But these are a fraction of the price of a lot of hydrogel patches out there. I looked and I saw that there was some today, I forget the brand, but $75. How's this 40? Or, you know, there are some I've seen out there too that are also $40, but you only get 4 patches. Well, bing, we at 30 pairs, we get 60 patches. Awesome stuff. So who has eyes? Hyper-focus. hyper-focus on your plan, whether we feel like it or not, whether it's cold, whether it's snowing, whether we have our period, hyper-focus on that plan, and you can be a star. Remember, Olympic athletes don't just train when they feel like it. They are out there in the wind, in the rain, in the snow, training every day. I want to leave you with this quote from Og Mandino, who wrote The Greatest Salesman in the World, and I hope you'll stick with me. Okay. I will act now. I will act now. I will act now. Henceforth, I will repeat these words each hour, each day, every day, until the words become as much a habit as my breathing, and the action which follows becomes as instinctive as the blinking of my eyelids. With these words, I can condition my mind to perform every action necessary for my success. I will act now, because now is all I have. Tomorrow is the day reserved for the labor of the lazy. I am not lazy. Tomorrow is the day when the failure will succeed. I am not a failure. I will act now. Success will not wait. If I delay, success will become wed to another and lost to me forever. This is the time. This is the place. I am the person. Ladies, thank you so much for joining me this evening. I know you will use your time wisely, that you will plan your plan and work your plan, and we will celebrate you as a star December 15th, and you will sell a ton of these sweet bad boys. Remember, 2 a day. It's not rocket science. Let's go and connect with some ladies with eye bags and lines and wrinkles, and just ladies who want to feel fabulous, because this is fabulous. Okay, even men too, absolutely. So there we have it. With a plan and discipline and the right attitude, you can do it. Okay, I think we finished. Has it cut me off? See you later. See you later. See you, Sherry. Thanks for watching. Bye, everyone. I'll speak to you soon. If you've got any questions or you want anything, feel free to shoot me a message, okay?
Thank you, Eleanor.
Oh, my pleasure, Sherry. You take care, lovey. And bye,
You too.
Rachel, and whoever else was watching. It's nice to see you.